Okay, so now let's look into search engines, right? So if you have any doubts, then please do like mention in the document given provided in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so now let's look into what a search engine means. So what's a search engine, right? So we already have a brief idea, a short idea about what search engine means, right? So Google is an example of search engine. So search engine is nothing but a software application that we use, right, to search websites, right, or to find information, right? So the examples could be Google, Bing, Yahoo, right? So like I said, server is like a library. You have all the books there, right? You have all the information there. But in order to find that website, you need a search engine, right? You need a librarian to find your favorite book, right? So similar to that, search engine is similar to a librarian. For example, let's say we want to learn about so this is a search engine, right? So this is a search engine, Google search engine. So we can type what is the temperature, what is the temperature of Thimphu, right? We can search about this in the search engine, right? And you can see we get this information, right? So this is the use of search engine. Now, how does a search engine work, right? So first, we go to the search engine, right? So we go to the search engine and we type in the words or the questions, or we can type in the information that we want to look for, right? And then it will show you a list of results called search results. For example, you can see over here, what is the temperature of Thimphu Labdalu? So these are the results. So you can see about 254,000 results are being shown, right? So you can press on tools over here to see how many results of the question that you have typed in. So in the search engine, you put in keywords or phrases, okay? So you put in keywords or phrases, okay, that you want to look for. Okay, so let's say we want to study about Zonka. So you can type it in the search engine and then it will give you the results. So in this case, it gave us about this many results, okay, that you can see over here. So I hope how a search engine works is clear to you all. Now let's look into what is a search criteria. Now search criteria means the word or phrases that you type, right, to find what you want. For example, these search criteria would mean, in this case, we have searched Zonka, right? So Zonka would be our search criteria. Okay, so whatever text or phrase that you have put in, right, that would be our search criteria. I hope you understood. For example, if you want farming tips, right, so if you want farming tips, you simply need to type how to grow potatoes in Bhutan, right? So that would be our search criteria. So we can go over here and just go to the search engine and paste this and search about how to grow potatoes in Bhutan. And you can see it gives us these many results. So this is the use of the search engine, okay? So I hope you understood. Now, how to write a good search criteria, right? So you need to use clear words, right? And you need not write paragraphs about what you're going to search for, okay? So rimbe member tunkuchibe, okay? And you should use keywords and you have to be very specific. So instead of writing, right, in your search engine simply as rice, right? Rice sezuachinde, it will give you many results about about the rice, about the word, but what you want to search for is rice in Bhutan, right? So you can search rice in Bhutan, and then it will give you a specific information, right? So like rice is, you can see, you get data, you get the specific data that you want. So this is how you search, right? How you write a good search criteria. So you have to be specific. You should not use long sentences, and you should use clear words. So that's how you write a good search criteria. And how more search tips would be, So you need to use quotation marks to find exact phrases. For example, we can go over here and search about, right? We can search about, we can put a quotation mark, right? We can put a quotation mark. So this is what a quotation mark looks like, right? So we can put a quotation mark and, okay, so we can put a quotation mark and search for Buddhism, right? Buddhism, Buddhism in Bhutan. So Buddhism in Bhutan. You can put it under quotations and then you will get a specific information regarding it. So that's how you make up a good search criteria, okay? And you can also add more words to get better results. For example, Buddhism in Bhutan, Seodalu. So if I want specific information about Buddhism in Bhutan member, so Drukpa Kaju, right? Drukpa Kaju in Bhutan. I can search, I can use specific terms, right? So to make my search criteria look good. So these are some tips, okay, these are some tips of how to make your search criteria good. Then are my search criteria, search words good enough? So whether your search criteria, right, or words is good enough or not, it will depend upon your number of search results. See, if I write dogs here, the search result is around 4 billion, right? As you can see, it's around 4 billion. Whereas, which means that if you have many search results, it means that you have not used good search criteria. However, if I use dogs in Bhutan, you can see that it has less, right? It has less results compared to the earlier searches, which means that you are finding the more finding information that is more specific and you are finding the right information for you, okay? So like the example given over here, instead of using the word dogs, you can say you can search for Bhutan dog breed skier, right, in your search engine. So this is how you like search for words. Now, how do search engines find results so fast, right? So we have seen that when we are searching for, when we searched for dogs, the search engine did it very fast. So how does the search engine do this? So the search engine does this by using web crawlers, okay? So web crawlers, so in the sense like spiders, right? So they crawl, right? So that's how they travel, they crawl. So web crawlers, what they do is they will visit millions of websites, right? And they will store that information, right? So when you search, the search engine will check the database or will check the websites. So like the internet, right, is like a huge web labjimena. And then the spider will be the one that will crawl, right, across the web, right? So it will crawl across the web, right, at the right place where you depending on the data that you need, right? So this is how the search engines is able to find results very fast. Now, what are web crawlers, right? So they are simply computer programs, and what they do is they will visit the websites, they will collect the information, and then they will provide you with it. And that's how we are able to access these informations very fast, okay? And is the information true or not? So not everything online is true, so you always have to check the author who wrote it. So is this from a trusted source? So information, right, that you search from Google, from search online, right, will be from a trusted source if it's from a government website, if it's from an education website, right? So you should be aware of the source. Is it a trusted source or not? And only then can you check if the information is true or not. Now, how do you trust a website? So you should look into the author's name, you should look into the date, right, when it's being written. So like I mentioned before, .government or .education websites are usually reliable, right? So you should also know how to search for reliable websites as well. Now, how to search for photos. So in this digital world, there are many photos, right? There will be many images. So these images sometimes, right, can be can contain explicit content, right? So it can contain very violent content. So if you want to save, if you want your search engine to filter it out, you can just simply go to the search engine and search for safe filter. You can search for safe filter, right? Safe filter. So you can search for, you can see, you go into this website over here as safe search, and then you can see that you can turn on this filter so that when you search for images, right, if it has to do anything with violence, if it has anything to do with sexual activity, right, this safe search will blur it and will not allow you to like see it, right? So this is how you can search safely, right? How this is how you can search safely, right, in your search engine over here. And yes, so this is how you search for photos safely in your search engine. Now, to do a quick recap, so you need to make a good search criteria, you need to enter good keywords. You shouldn't use long paragraphs, okay? You should be clear and specific, and you should use search engines, right? So these search engines, what they use to find the information very fast is they use the web crawlers. And you always have to see, is the information from a trusted or a reliable source? So this is it for the search engine, okay? So you have to practice searching safely and wisely. And if you have any questions, please write it down in the document given in the WhatsApp group. So I hope you understood about our seventh course, about our eighth course, right? I think this is the eighth course. Let me check. So we are done with the search engines. So we're done with the eighth course. That's the search engines, right? So I hope you understood till here, lah. Oh, so if you guys are taking notes and if you're facing difficulty catching up, I'll make sure to upload it. I'll make sure to upload it in the group. Okay, I'll make sure to upload my presentation in my in the group, so you can look back into it and take notes. Okay, it's a simplified version of the notes. So now let's look into let's dive into emails, right? Emails ki kole dachilap chimena. So let's look into emails. Tuga. So what does email mean now? So email is a software application. Okay. So emails. So these are the topics that we're going to be covering. So the internet ki function di it connects people, right? So we can host a video call, right? We can host a video call with our parents, with our friends, right? So it helps us message each other, it helps us communicate with each other. Or let's say that you want to, so during the COVID-19 time, right, when we wanted to send homeworks to our friends, right, it can be done through our emails, right? Or if you want to send photos to your friends, you can do it through the email as well. So we can define email to be a software application, right? For you to write your online letter, right? So you can do it for official work, which means you can send these emails to your teachers, right? Or to your friends as well. Okay, now let's look into what is an email address. So email address, right? It's like your online home address, okay? So it has three basic things. An email address will have three basic parts. It will have a name, right? For example, it can be Sange123. It needs to have, can you see the symbol over here? It means at the rate, right? At the rate symbol. And it needs to have a provider. So the most famous, right? The most used email address provider would be the Gmail, right? So we use the gmail.com. For example, the one that I am using over here, right, in my case would be the Gmail, right? It would be the Gmail. And you can see my email address over here. So it says Sangi Nirup would be the name, right? And you can add some numbers, right? And at the rate at the rate symbol, and then you have the provider. And the provider here is the gmail.com, right? So it has these three essential parts. I hope you understood what an email has, right? Now, how do I get, or how do I make an email address? So you can just simply go to Google, right? You can simply go to Google. You can search in the search engine, you can write create Gmail account, right? You can add, right, create Gmail account, right? And you can go over here, and then you can create you browse down, you scroll down, and then you can just press on this create an account and make your email. Okay, you can make your email, and then you can use Gmail as well, right? You can use your Gmail as well. So this is how you make. So the one that I am using right now would be Gmail. Okay, so you use the web browser, right, to go to the Gmail website, and you can make an email address. So I hope you understood. Now, 4 things that you need to send an email. So the first thing is, let's say that you are writing an email, or let's say you are writing an email, but you cannot send that email, right? So that's a problem that you're facing. Now, when you are solving a problem, what do we call that? We call that as troubleshooting, right? So we have to check if our device, right, is connected to the internet or not. So you can see that our device, right, currently is connected to the internet, right? That's why I can send my email to my friend. So my device, right, or computer or phone, it needs to have an internet connection, and you need an email address, and you need Gmail, of course, right? And you can send an email to your friend, to your teachers. Okay, now how do you write an email address? So refresh. So how do you write an email address? So I will give you an example. So you sign in your Gmail account, right? So what I can do is, you will need the email address of the one that you are sending it to. Let's say that I am sending it here to my friend Jimmy, right? So what I can do is, I can press on compose over here. Can you see this? So I can press on compose, and I can paste over here, and I'm sending it to Jimmy, right? So let's say that the subject searchinde machi zongkhanalu disom diudalu disom digi tsadin selangmena mush. So which means that why are you writing the letters, right? Anilu subject. So subject can be like, can say we want to request, right? We can request for leave, right? Request for leave Setsube. And then you can add further information over here. Further information over here. And what I can do is, I can send that email to him. So I just have to press here, and then I will have sent my email to him. So it's really simple, right? So this is how you write an email address. Now, I mean, like, how you send an email address, okay? How you send an email message. So how can you send it to many people now? So I can send it to many people. So there, you need to use CC over here. So what does CC mean? CC means carbon copy. So you can see over here, you can see these 2 options, right? CC and BCC. CC means I can send it to multiple people, right? So let's say I want to send it to my friend Tandin Singh over here. So what I can do is, I can copy his email address as well over here, and then I can attach it over here, right? And I can add it to other other of my friends as well, right? So CC means they will know that I have sent it to Jimmy Yezer as well as Tandin Singh, right? However, if I were to use over here as BCC, right? If I were to use BCC over here, BCC means I'm doing it in a secret way, which means that Tantin will not know that I sent the same email to Jimmy, okay? So BCC means I'm sending a secret letter, okay? And he wouldn't know the other persons that I've sent the same letter to. So this is the difference between BCC and CC. So I hope you understood. CC means you can send it to multiple people, and they will know who to whom to others, right? To other people that I've sent it to, they will know about it. But when it comes to BCC, they will not know. It's a secret. Okay, so this is the difference between CC and BCC in Gmail, in email. Okay, email use, and this is how you can send it. Now, how do you reply to an email? For example, you can see that my friend has sent me an email over here, right? He has sent me these files, right? So I just need to scroll down, and you can see this reply option over here. So I can reply to him responding, thank you, right? Thank you. Or what I can do is, or if I need not reply to him, I can forward it. So I can send it to my other friends as well, right? So reply to his message and forward to my other friends. So these are the use, okay? So how you reply to an email. So you just need to scroll down and press on that reply key icon. So what does an incoming and outgoing email mean? So the one that I showed you right now, right, is an example of an incoming email. So this is inbox nalu. Inbox nalu. The email that you have will all be incoming email. However, if you press on send, S-E-N-T over here, if you press over here, right, it will be the emails that you have sent to your other friends, right? But I have not sent to anyone, so you cannot see it here over right now. So if I were to go to draft, right, can you see draft? See, it means you haven't completed your email yet. You haven't like sent your email yet, right? So that's why it will be saved in your draft, and whenever you're ready you can send it, right, and it will go to this sent category over here. So this is how you like differentiate between incoming and outgoing email, right? Now, draft email, we have already explained about this. You can finish it later, right? Then how do you organize your inbox, right? So you can organize your inbox by over here. So we do not like messy rooms, right? Nobody likes messy rooms. We always like to keep it clean. So if you see my inbox, right? If you check my inbox over here, you can see that I have no emails because I have categorized it in labels. So you can always press on labels, right? Can you see this label say? So which means you are categorizing, you're putting them in different groups, okay? Your inboxes, your emails. So you can just press on it, right? And you can put in two brackets and you can write, for example, if I am receiving mail about CodeMonkey, I can write over here and I can just press create, right? CodeMonkey, say. And then what I can do is I can just like right click on this one of these email and I can label it as CodeMonkey Gina, right? And then if I go to CodeMonkey, you can see that my inbox is very organized, right? So this is one way of organizing it. Or another way could be, let's say that you do not need, right? You do not need this email. So what you can do is you can see this trash bin option over here. So you can delete it. Okay, you can delete it, or you can mark it as unread, or you can snooze it, right? So you can read it later. So this is how you keep your emails organized, right? So yeah, so this is what you do. For example, you get an email from your teacher and you can reply to it, and you can also forward it to your friends, like I mentioned before. So a quick recap on what we have learned today, okay, about email. So an email address, it has a name, at the rate symbol, and a provider. So example, like if I show you again, a name, right, a name over here, at the rate symbol, and the provider, as you can see. And you can write, right, you can send, you can reply, you can forward, and you can send it to multiple people as well. And you can organize your inbox like I showed you, right? You can you have this labels option, so you can categorize into any like topic that you want to, and then you can go to your inbox, you can just press on it and you can label, and you can just simply put them neatly. So it's like putting your books in a shelf, right, in a very neat manner. So this is what this would be the end of our session for today. So if you have any doubts, right, regarding today's class, so please write it down in the document.